Hey everybody, my name is Kathy Dowdy and I'm an Executive Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. And this video is to go over the qualifications for management in Arbonne and to help kind of explain that whole process because it can get very confusing, especially when you're just starting out. So when you start with Arbonne at the consultant level, it costs $49 to sign up to be a consultant, or you can upgrade if you're a preferred client for just $20. You get 35% or 15% in commissions based on whether or not the person purchasing is a preferred client or if they're buying retail. And then as a consultant, you also, if you have 500 personal qualifying volume, meaning your own orders or preferred clients or retail clients attached to you, then you get a 6% override on any consultants attached to you. That you also have the opportunity to get a cash bonus of $100, and that happens when you have $2,500 in qualifying volume and 2 new preferred clients or consultants directly connected to you that have at least $150 qualifying volume order. And consultants usually make anywhere from like $0 to $100 a month, but on our team, people don't stay at consultant very long because they're quickly working hard to become a district manager. So district managers can qualify in their first month, and you can become a district manager in 1 month if you have a qualifying volume of $6,000. That's you and your whole team. You, your personal clients, your retail clients, and any consultants directly connected to you or in your organization. Or if you have at least $1,000 volume in your first month, you can carry that volume forward to go along with your second month and finish district manager with $6,000 in 1 month or in 2 months. Or you can do it over a 3-month period for $7,500 in qualifying volume. And so with that, you would need to have $2,500 in your first month and your last month, a minimum of $2,500 in your first month or your last month, and your last month if you're going to do it over 3 months. So $6,000 over 1 or 2 months, or $7,500 over 3 months. And in order to be in qualification and carry your volume forward, you would need to have $1,000 personal qualifying volume. The minimum amount of QV to maintain a district is $2,500 in your central district. Again, the amount of commission that you make is 15% or 35%, but you make an 8% override as a district manager. And that really makes being a district manager a game changer because you get an 8% override on everyone that's in your central district's sales, but you also get an 8% override on your own purchases. So it's almost like you get a kickback on what you purchase yourself. So that's huge. The bonus for district manager is $200, and you get that by having $5,000 in qualifying volume plus 5 new preferred clients or independent consultants with at least $150 order. So that $200 a month attached to your check makes such a huge difference, and it's easy to get that bonus. And really and truly, I encourage everybody to always go for bonuses because you're leaving free money on the table if you don't. And then district managers usually make anywhere from about $250 to $1,000 a month. And at a district manager with that kind of an income, you really can pay for a car note. For some people, you can pay a house note, a daycare bill. It's a big game changer when you get to be a district manager. And most people do that somewhere between 1 and 3 months. So it's very doable. Don't let the numbers scare you. It's very easy and very doable to do, even by yourself as a team of 1 at district manager. The next level of management with Arbonne is area manager. And area manager with Arbonne is different, and I love the differences about it. To be an area manager, you really need, it would make it much more simple for you to have built somewhat of a team. So you could do this with a few people that you've recruited to be consultants attached to you on your team, and you can become an area manager with $24,000 over 1 or 2 months, or $30,000 over 3. And let me change that. I said that wrong. You can't become an area manager in 1 month. You can become an area manager over 2 months, or with 30,000 over 3. And in order to be an area manager qualification, you have to have at least $10,000 in your first and your last month. So you have to have a minimum of $10,000 to go into qualification for area manager. And that's you and everybody that's connected to you in your organization, all those numbers together. You need to be able to maintain 10,000 in your central area. So again, that's you and everybody in your central area. And you still are getting 35% or 15% on orders. But here it adds an additional 6% to your overrides. So it's a 14% override when you become an area manager. And that is a huge change in your paycheck amount. Also, the bonus for area managers is $400 extra a month attached to your check. So area managers really want to work hard to get that extra $400. That makes such a big difference. And the way to do that is $20,000 in your central area, plus at least 10 new $150 preferred clients or brand new consultants. So that's a big deal. And area managers usually make anywhere from about $1,000 to $4,000 a month. And y'all, for most people, that's a salary replacement. That replaces a teacher's salary. It replaces a lot of salaries. And so area manager, people that desire to come home and not necessarily keep their full-time job, sometimes that area manager gives them the income that they need to be able to do that. But a lot of people continue to work their full-time jobs and just make this extra additional money. The other thing that makes area manager so attractive is that at the level of area manager, your business becomes willable to your family or to whoever you leave it to. So if something were to happen to you, God forbid, your family would continue to get your income that you've worked so hard to build with Arbonne. And that's huge. And that really is a game changer because most companies don't do that. The next level of management is a regional vice president. And this is the most exciting level because a lot changes here, because this is where you get your car and you get the title of being a regional vice president. And honestly, regional vice presidents with Arbonne, they just treat us like royalty. So to become a regional vice president, you have to have $40,000 to go into qualification, and that's you and your entire organization, $40,000. And then you can finish with $96,000 over 2 months, or with $120,000 in volume over 3 months. But you have to have at least $40,000 minimum in your first and last month. The maintenance for regional vice president is $40,000 in your central region, still 35% or 15% regular commission, but you get an additional 3% in overrides. So your overrides as a regional vice president are 17%. So that's huge. And again, makes such a difference in your paycheck. The bonus at regional vice president is $600 a month. So look, I work as hard as I can to get my regional vice president bonus, because an additional $600 of free money is huge to my family, just as it would be to yours. And in order to bonus as a regional vice president, you have to have $60,000 in your region, and then 30 new consultants or PCs at $150 with at least $150 order. And then this is also where you get your $800 a month car bonus. And so Arbonne's car is a white Mercedes. You get to choose whichever white Mercedes you want to drive. So if you have children and you need to drive a bigger car, you can. Or if you want to get a sporty little car, you can do that. But what Arbonne does is they just give you an $800 car allowance, and you go and get the white Mercedes that you want. And you can pay your car off, and then you still get that car bonus, and it can just go into your bank account. Or you could have a car payment for $400 and put the additional $400 toward gas and insurance. However you want to work it. And I love that too, because it gives us choices. It gives us the ability to make wise financial decisions with that car allowance. Most people that are regional vice presidents make an average of between $4,000 and $10,000 per month. $4,000 and $10,000 per month. And y'all, that's crazy good money. Most people don't make that kind of money, and you can make that as a regional vice president working very part-time. And obviously you've built a team, you have an organization that works with you at this level of management, but still working very part-time hours for extremely good full-time income, and it's amazing. And then finally, the top level of management that we have in Arbonne is National Vice President. And National Vice President is $160,000 in your organization to go into qualification. And you can finish with $384,000 over 2 months or $480,000 over 3 months. And that sounds like a whole lot of volume if you're just getting started. But remember, you've built a huge, massive organization by this point. And so your whole team's volume comes in to help your team promote to nation qualification. And then you need to have a minimum of $160,000 in volume in your first month and your last month of qualification. The maintenance for National Vice President is $160,000 a month, still having a commission of 35% or 15%, and then it's an additional 1% override. So at National Vice President, there's an 18% override, and then they're still eligible for the Regional Vice President car bonus, the Regional Vice President bonus, and then they get $1,000 for their car allowance. So they can up that car if they'd like to, or they can have additional money to pay towards gas and insurance, which is, again, such a great option. And National Vice Presidents with Arbonne make an average of anywhere from $10,000 a month to about $100,000 a month, and there's no glass ceiling. So Arbonne doesn't put a cap on what we can make. It's totally up to you and me what we want to do and what we want to put into this business, and I love that. And we're all on an equal playing field. So you have the opportunity to become a National Vice President before me if you want to work your little booty off. And people can go at their own pace. People can decide how much they want to work, how long they want it to take them to move through the management levels, and then learn to work this business the way that works best for them and their family and the people that they're working it around. So that's just a snippet of how we promote through the various levels of management. And before I close, I just want to say one more thing. I think sometimes people get a little confused and think that, well, if I work hard to move to a new level, then that leaves my team behind, or what happens to my team when I promote to a new level. And so I just wanted to say that this is what keeps Arbonne from being a pyramid scheme, which are illegal, because every single person has the opportunity to make their own sales and to build their own team. And so we get paid strictly for direct sales. We do not get paid to sign people up with Arbonne. So if I sign up a new consultant tonight, I don't make a dime for signing them up. And that's why this isn't a pyramid. We're all responsible for working our own business. But that override comes in the fact that we, as leaders of an organization, like to put time into helping the people that we bring into the company and that we help start their own business. And so those overrides are just a little bit to compensate us for our time in doing that. And so that's why this makes perfect sense. And the thing that I love about it as well is that we're not in competition with each other. We all work hard to help each other. And I don't know another business in the world that's like that. So, if my sponsor is going for some really great goal, I'm going to work hard as I can to help her meet that goal, because she's helped me so much. And because I love her, I want to do what I can to help her. And so we work as a team, and it's literally the most beautiful setup, but it's also the most incredible, brilliant opportunity that there is out there, because we not only get paid for while we're actually working, but we get paid residual income for when we're not actually working. And y'all, that is smart business. So I hope this has kind of explained the setup of the management levels and the way the organizations grow and build to you. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask your sponsor or me, because it does get kind of confusing. And but I hope this has helped some. And if you have questions, please just let us know. We'll be glad to answer. And I hope you have a good night and a Merry Christmas.